Welcome to the woodland, stop by if you could then. We've got might and right in every little thing that's good, man. Please don't let your heart harshen. If you hearken, I will start with just a little hint of arson.
Actually, we're doing something a little bit different today. Jingle Bells! Today we're going to be playing Jingle Bells, which is kind of a reskin or a hack,
It's a hack.
of Lasers and Feelings. The tie-in to Rootless is that every year Red plays this game with her family, and since she's not with them this year, she's playing with the Rootless crew. It's a tradition passed down among squirrel families and other folk that in the middle of winter, it's the time of the hibernal celebration, or hibernalia. Squirrels don't hibernate, but they do enjoy celebrating the darkest days of the year with friends and family. Gifts are exchanged, and the best food from their stores is consumed. There's even a legend that a kindly old squirrel by the name of Saint Nutculus, that he gives an extra gift to every small child squirrel that has been good that year. In this game, you are the crew of Saint Nutculus's fantastical toboggan, from which he distributes presents. Your mission is to explore the woodland, deal with denizens, both friendly and deadly, and defend St. Nutculus' toboggan against those who would seek to harm it. St. Nutculus has been overcome by a mysterious condition, leaving you to fend for yourselves while he recovers in his home. So our first step is to create our characters.
Dang it. I didn't realize this was a rootless tie-in. I can't be Senor Frio anymore. I hate
No, I think you absolutely can and should. Just change it to like an ice box instead.
No, I was gonna be like the really bad holiday-themed Corona mini fridge called Senor Frio or Mr. Cold.
I
Dang
can
it.
I think that
see
exists.
Duncan creating that character.
This is amazing.
Duncan's very creative.
I found this in a dumpster outside of a strange palace.
Yes.
There were large hairless mammals drinking. And they had something called a quesadilla. I don't know what it is, but I'd kill for another one.
Yes.
I'm making Senor Frio then.
Yes, yes. And even though, this has a rootless tie-in, we don't have to do like nested role playing because that is very tiring. So for creating characters, there's a couple steps to it. The first step is to choose you can really do these in any order. Choose a style for your character, choose a role for your character, and then choose your number from 2 to 5.
I know what my character is doing.
I was gonna say I have mine as well.
100% know. I 100% know my character.
If we want to do we want to run through people while other people are deciding? Or
Yeah.
do we want to decide and then I'll go through it once?
Tell me what you got, Colin.
I am Balthazar. Balthazar is a snake draped in like golden robes and cloth. He is often found carrying a swinging thing that is always burning, like an ever-burning incense in his mouth. And he is obsessed with anything that is resin-based. It's basically a play on Balthasar, one of the 3 wise men who is obsessed with myrrh. And so that is Balthazar. He is a 2. He's a very intelligent guy, but it's definitely a little more crazy than it is logical. And that's Balthazar.
Gotcha. Nice.
All right, GM, last call before I really do Senor Frio, because I can make an animal themed character.
No. Do it.
If you would like me
Do
to.
it.
No.
Almighty GM. All right, fantastic. Senor Frio is a discarded Christmas themed novelty fridge from the popular beer brand that shares its name with a pandemic. However, he was given sentience and the ability to function through Christmas magic and whimsy. His stat is a 2. Because he is a very personable, despite not being a person and being a fridge. He has a mock sombrero that has been welded on. It is the most kitschy thing in the world. And they have, I guess, Saint Nutculus has just general purposed an actual elf hat over that. He's just a hot mess. My stat is a 2. He's, again, very personable, very giving. His style is naive. He genuinely, as a being composed of pure Christmas whimsy and magic, Senor Frio truly does believe in the entirety of his tiny little mini fridge soul. that in the Christmas mission, and that's Senor Frio.
Incredible. What is Senor Frio's role in Saint Nutcless crew? I should have picked an easier name to say because
We'll just call him
that is
Big.
hard.
We'll call him the Big N. Big SN. In our Santa allegories crew, Senor Frio was responsible for storing his snacks.
Oh, okay.
However, because Saint Nutcless loves his snacks, he has quickly become Saint Nutcless's right-hand man and knows a great deal about the goings-on of the North Pole and the routes that Saint Nutcless has usually takes because he's there all the time, providing snacks. Although this time now
Nice.
he's out handing out beatings.
Yes.
He's gonna be so good at violence.
Wonderful. He came here to give snacks and beat down, and he's all out of snacks.
And I still have a lovely supply of snacks.
Oh, he still has snacks. Thank goodness.
I brought trail mix.
Colin, what is Balthazar's kind of role in the crew?
Yeah, so I picked clever as his the character attribute, and I picked gift researcher. So he has been on Santa's team trying to find the perfect gift for every good squirrel
and other denizens. Awesome.
I can go.
Okay.
My character is Holidays.
Perfect.
A snowy owl. Holly is a morose cheer ambassador. Her job as cheer ambassador every Christmas has worn her down to the point that she cannot stand Christmas music. She is a 2. She is all feelings, no thought. She's done. No, she's very intuitive, and she's very good as a cheer ambassador. She knows what kids like. She keeps morale up. She knows what her job is. Her whole thing is empathy, but and she does put on a happy smile and flap her wings and put little baubles in amongst her feathers if it will make people smile. But under it all, she is done, and she wants a holiday on a tropical island.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, I think that's what I need about holidays. Michael or Reggie?
So I think I'm just gonna make this a random generator.
Okay.
So I'm looking at your things. I'm just gonna roll the dice, and if the dice don't land on something that works, then we'll roll it again. But we've got jolly, morose, sneaky, clever, heroic, and generous. That's a 2. So I am morose. We've got Tinker, Healer, Driver, Cheer Ambassador, Caroler, Gift Guard, Party Organizer, Researcher. I'm gonna roll 2 dice, and we're gonna start at 2s as 1. So that's a 6. So whatever is the 7th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am okay. So I'm a morose party organizer. we're gonna re-roll all of that.
You don't like it?
No. Keep that. That's amazing. No,
is that not what? But is that not what Lou is?
I don't know, but the fact that
I'd be like your underling. You organize shit, and then I bring the cheer that you tell me to bring. We are like,
I'm the party organizer. You're
the cheer ambassador.
Okay.
We're a retail department.
Yes,
which is
You're
awesome.
my
Exactly.
supervisor.
I thought we were exactly the same.
No,
All right.
my exact thought was, oh my god, you're the 2 characters from The Devil Wears Prada.
Yes.
Like, this is a hot angle. I love this.
All right,
This
so
is so cool.
so I need a number. I'm gonna roll a 6-sided dice, and if it's between 2 and 5, we're gonna keep it. It's a 3, so my number is. So my very, very loose character concept here, Kyle, if you don't mind, I'm gonna play off of you here. I'm definitely a worker who is on strike from the same beer company that Kyle's from. And I only have this job because I need some fucking bread.
Real bread or money?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
in search of bread, my friends.
Gingerbread.
Right? Why do we work?
Would you like to be a gingerbread man?
That's a very different
Can we
game.
roll again?
Michael's face.
The gingerbread man that like wants to eat other bread.
No,
that's a horror
yes.
themed game.
Jesus Christ.
Are we doing animal themes?
Whatever.
Loosely.
Fridges are common
We
animals.
have an owl, a snake, and a
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah.
I'm a scruffy skunk.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, done.
I just
Sounds
picture you in like a
good.
turtleneck and a scarf, like you are every really well dressed French man.
All right, Reggie, do you have thoughts?
Yeah. My character is going to be called Winter, but with a Y.
Ooh,
She's gonna
edgy.
be
Forward.
Yeah.
she's gonna be a Padu, the world's smallest deer. She's a little tiny thing.
Adorable.
She's gonna be essentially, I'm thinking like Regina George from Mean Girls, but like Mean Girl recovery. Things will slip out, but like she tries not to.
This is her court-ordered community service.
Yeah.
We're
gonna go
her
with that.
principal's car or something.
Yes. She's gonna be a caroler. That's her community service. She's jolly as much as she can be, considering this is community service.
This
Yeah.
is so beautiful. I love this is
Nice.
the biggest group of delinquents, and then Senor Frio is the only like I like my job.
And is Winter more of a like holiday sparkles or like more rational type?
Holiday sparkles.
Okay.
Holiday sparkles.
Then should we put you at like a 3 then?
Let's do 3. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
We
Wow,
are all jingles and no bells.
Got
Yeah.
no bells over here.
Yeah.
Nobel Prize.
This will be good. This will be good. Excellent. Oh, Michael, what is your morose party organizer skunk's name?
Melvin, it is.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Each of you, and I don't really know, I guess this doesn't exactly apply to Senior Frio, but each of you have a workshop issued uniform with built-in hand warmers and snack compartments for those who need them,
It's my
a
hat.
communicator, and a coal slingshot. That's kind of like your main weapon. As players, your goal is just to get your character involved in the adventure and make the best of them. You, as characters, you can choose a goal to kind of have in the back of your mind. You can tell me what it is if you want, or you can just kind of orient yourself in how you make your decisions based on what your goal is. The last thing we have to do is to create and name the toboggan sled that you'll be using to travel.
Can we call it the Candy Striper?
What was the name of our
I'm not immediately against it.
what was the name of our
Same.
cart from Root?
Fate.
Yeah. I want to name the toboggan that.
Fate.
We never got the cart. It's just fate.
Yep.
It's
Fate.
just like it's just a really grim name, but like I'm like, I don't know. I want the cart to get doesn't feel right without the cart.
Okay, let's maybe if we do the like attributes of it first, that'll give us a better idea of the name.
Okay.
I mean, Fate's a great name.
If we want, so it's got to have a problem, and if we have it as fragile, in battle things tend to break down, but we give it powerful shields, we could kind of cancel it out, or we could like go full hog with the strengths and just deal with the issues as they arise.
I was thinking Fuel Hog.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think that would lend to some really good storytelling. I'm thinking like Elf where it needs Christmas cheer to run, or like just I mean, there's the litany of like, I don't know, Christmas themed or opportunities for good storytelling for us where it's like, oh snap, like what do we do? You know? I think that would be kind of interesting. So
I think
I'm leaning
both
towards
are
Fuel Hog.
good. I think both are good. I also think I lean towards Fuel Hog. I think needing the candy crystals could be an interesting narrative thing. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm down for either if people feel strongly one way or the other.
I mean, Fuel Hog sounds good.
Cool, we'll vibe with that.
Cool. What do you guys want to do as strengths? We get 2 strengths too.
Well armed is amazing. Just the idea of like Santa came to deliver presents, but also justice. Like if the sides pop out and it's like candy cane cannons, I'm done. I'm there, dog.
It's
a
starting
violent
to get
night.
a little bit
A
close
violent
to
night.
sort of like
Yes.
60s Batman.
Yeah, Santa knows better than to go out into this political climate without some protection.
Santa always keeps one in the chamber in case you were pondering. Why do I hear Carol of the Bells boss music?
Oh no, that is like
Carol
of the Bells into the Imperial March. I have on repeat when I go into work.
Nice. So are you going with well armed then as one of your strengths?
Yeah.
I'm down.
So Emily, none of these strengths are like throwaways, right? Like I see filled with snacks, and that sounds like ha ha ha. You picked the one thing that doesn't actually do anything. Is that like a mechanical? Like,
I mean, the thing with this game is there like are no mechanics.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The beauty of this game is
It's all about
yes, Michael. All of the things are throwaways.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
You're
all
gonna
about
go
how
armed, and I'm going to give you no violence to protect your. Okay, I'm into it.
How creative can we be? What does well armed mean? If we maybe our vehicle has more
it
arms.
just has a bunch
all
of
it
arms.
really
Bro,
has
It's
arms.
it just
like-
it's the toboggan off of the snow.
It's like there's not even loads of arms. There's just the 2, but they've got the best velvet padding you have ever fucking seen.
Yeah,
It's
it
well armed.
Shit is swayed.
I'm just picturing the bus from My Neighbor Totoro, and it's the
with
sled. It's like a bunch of elf arms, just like it's like nightmare fuel.
Oh my god. Okay.
Why don't we call
I
it
think well armed
nightmare
is
fuel?
good.
Yeah,
What do we?
I think
what do we want to
nimble
say?
kind of speaks to me a little bit. I just like that could be an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
if
explicitly says something's happening, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm down.
let's do that.
All
right, so we got well armed, which may or may not mean literal arms, and nimble.
The way God
It's like
intends.
the chest with legs from Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Just like every so often you hear just like the thundering of hundreds of tiny little feet. But instead, it's arms and it's doing some sort of weird handstand walk. It's just tearing at you.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Good stuff. Okay.
Wait, what did we decide on the name? Are we the?
Oh yes, time
Candy
for the
Striper?
name.
I will
got-
defer, but I still want Fade.
well-armed, nimble, fuel hog toboggan.
I'm cool with
Fate.
whatever.
Fade.
If we don't call it fate,
Fate.
Kyle's gonna
Fate.
cry.
Fade.
Does anyone have any other ideas other than Fate?
The retribution.
Do it for the children.
Sparkler?
No.
That's a good one.
The Batman Mobile.
Reggie, do you have anything?
Old goat's name.
I honestly love Fuel
Fate.
Hog as a name.
Fate.
Just like I could see that being like a Mad Max vehicle. Like you get the Fuel Hog.
Got a few. Get a
You got the
little.
Fuel Hog.
Yeah, put a little new thing there in the hog. You know what I mean.
Nope, don't know what you mean. Let's go with Fate.
Okay, then
it
the
is.
toboggan fate. Excellent. Okay, let's see.
Oh
Is
my
there anything
God.
else we got to go over? Really, the only rule to keep in mind is when you do something risky, I'll tell you how many dice to roll. It's 1d6 nominally, and then you get +1 if you're prepared, plus another if you're an expert. You can help each other out. Just say how you're going to help. And then if you succeed on your roll to help, then the original person gets another d6 to their roll. The other thing is if I say to roll jingles, you want to roll over your number. If I say to roll bells, you want to roll under your number. So this crew is going to have a really hard time with bells.
What about rolling exactly your numbers? Is that a fail or a pass?
If you roll exactly your number, it counts as a success, and it's jingle bells. So that means you get to ask me a question, and I have to answer you honestly. So some good questions, if we come to that, I can remind you, it would be like, what are they really feeling? Who's behind this? How can I get like NPC to blank? What should I be on the lookout for? Like stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna test those limits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's an integral part of the game. Yes.
Welcome to having Michael as a player.
Hi, I'm Lou. I'm off his maracas on TikTok, and today I'm going to be playing Holidays, the snowy owl, morose cheer, cheer ambassador. Stop laughing at me. The morose cheer ambassador. And yeah, I will see how that turns out.
Hello, my name is Colin Ott. I am not used to doing this, and my handle is at Rootless Podcast Official, I suppose. I will be playing Balthazar. Balthazar is a golden snake, draped in some beautiful robes. He is a clever gift researcher, and he's obsessed with myrrh. You can find him holding incense in his little snake jaws, and that's a little bit about him.
I'm Emily. I will be GMing this time.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I am playing Melvin the skunk. I've got a chip on my shoulder. I'm on strike from the local brewery, and I'm only here as a seasonal worker to get some damn bills paid. They hired me as a party organizer.
And I guess that brings me to me. Hi, I am Kyle Ott. You can find me at Desks and Dorks. I co-run Desks and Dorks, which is a role-playing game publisher. We recently got picked up for national distribution here in the United States. You can actually find us in over like 200, 300 stores now, thanks to our partnership with Indie Press Revolution, which is super cool. So if you don't own a copy of After the Rain, which is our game, you should go get it there. I'm super excited to play today because this is the first time Emily's run a game for me, and I'm super excited because like I've run a game for her, Colin's run a game for her, and now Emily gets to run a game for us, and I'm excited to play. I am playing as Senor Frio, a novelty mini fridge given sentience by the magic of Christmas.
Hi, I'm Reggie. You can find me at Rennie Quiche on TikTok. Today I'm going to be playing Winter, but not with an I, with a Y. Winter is going to be a jolly caroler. Think Mean Girl in Recovery. So like she's not really excited to be here, but I guess I'm just gonna be jolly for it because this is like part of my community service or whatever. So I guess I'll just be happy.
The group of you are a crew, and you're known as helpers. You're working together for St. Nutculus to explore the woodland for more clearings, run reconnaissance on the young denizens of the clearings, and to trial run the sled to make sure it will be up for the strain of the big day of Hibernalia. You are all sitting around drinking some hot cocoa before you head out on your journey. St. Nutculus's second in command, Bucky, comes to you and says, "Sorry, folks. You'll have to run this mission without the big squirrel. He's come down with a serious case of no cheer and won't be able to join you." Bucky looks down at his clipboard. "Let's see what we have for you to do. It looks like there's an area to the west of here that could use some exploring. We haven't heard any news from the helpers stationed there for a few weeks. Your job is to figure out what's going on and report back here with what you find. And if you can find out any information about the young denizens of the area or even the location of an unexplored clearing, that's even better. Do you need anything else before you head out?"
Bucky, how are we expected to get there per se?
"Oh, with your sled. This one here, the Fate, looks like it's ready to go."
Hi, hey, Bucky. I'm assuming that are we unlocking a tier 3 ordnance? Does that mean I get to drive?
And is St. Nicholas okay with us bringing fate? I mean, not to say that I'm not opposed to bringing holiday cheer, but I mean, there's a lot of weapons grade plutonium in this thing. We still okay with that, or no?
Well, unfortunately, all the other sleds are out on other missions right now, so this is really the only option.
Okay,
Are we getting paid overtime for this?
you get paid.
Not enough.
Overtime? Well, unfortunately, everybody just really has to pull together at this time of year, so no.
So what
Doesn't
you're
everybody
saying,
get paid overtime? I mean, you don't get paid all at once, right?
Yes, that is true, Senior Frio. I like your attitude.
Thanks.
Can we please all agree to not let Senor Frio drive? Anybody else want to back me up on this?
I think that's a very good idea. He has very short arms. He can't reach the steering wheel.
I don't have any arms. I don't think.
Well, if that's all the questions you have for me, I better get going with the rest of my day. Good luck.
Thank you for your Christmas service.
And Bucky scurries away off to who knows where. All right, so who's going to be driving this thing?
I think Melvin should be driving.
Yeah, Melvin's already kind of kicking the sides of it, trying to, kind of like you would with tires. He knows that there's no tires, but he's still just checking the suspension.
Oh, Melvin, it responds positively to Christmas cheer, and also to positive reinforcement. It thinks.
Oh, so I shouldn't
Get in the
wish for a different
fridge.
kind of sled. This sled's color is so ugly.
Oh, no, I'm like, he's gonna like hop next to it and be like, no, they didn't like that very much.
The sled color's just branding. We don't get a say in it.
What color would you prefer, Winter?
Something that fits better with our aesthetic, duh. But I guess the sled's color will work with what we got going on here.
Oh,
it's corporate branding, Winter. You just show up, you get paid, you go home.
What do you think about my aesthetic? I was told once that it was a hot mess. But hot is good, I think. I don't know about the mess part.
How about gold? Can I like shed my snake skin and try and like make it drape over the sides of our toboggan so it's like, because I'm a gold snake, so it's like gold, and then just regrow my snake skin?
Yes. Why don't you give me this seems like some holiday cheer, so why don't you give me a jingle roll with three dice, because you're prepared and obviously you're an expert at it being a snake.
Okay, I have a 10.
Oh, sorry. What are the individual?
Oh, okay. It was a 4, a 1, and a 5.
Great, that is 2 successes. So you do it, and it looks amazing.
Beautiful. Is that better, Winter? Can we go now, please,
oh
everybody?
my god, Balthazar! She's gonna run and get him a huge hug. He's so cute!
You can feel him trying to hug you back, but he's a snake and he doesn't have arms, so.
I feel that.
He's just sizing you up to see how long it's going to take to digest.
And maybe I'm like coiling around you as you're hugging me.
All right, so Melvin's in the front of the sled here, and he sees a key, and he's like, "That doesn't belong here," and he just turns it.
All right, it starts going.
Oh, wait, Melvin, I'll help you navigate.
Get in the caboose.
No, but I've actually driven the sled several dozen times. I'm very familiar with all of the routes. Senor Frio is going to pause because you said 2 successes, right? That means there's like a little bit of snakeskin still on the ground. He's gonna like kick it up with his little foot and like kind of try to wrap it around himself like a boa and just kind of quietly whispers, fabulous. And just tries to hop into the front seat. Like sit next to him. He's not in a seat. he's where the console would be in between the seats because he is the console for the sled.
Yes. Excellent.
OSHA would have my ass. I just like hoist him up and like put him on the seat, but he's like on his side.
Who's OSHA? Why is she interested in your posterior?
I get in the back behind the driver's seat and just like try to be invisible while a skunk has an argument with the fridge.
Fridger's desperately trying to right himself, but his legs are only in little metal grooves. He keeps wiggling his feet, trying to like flip himself over. He can't do it.
I would like to be discussing fashion statements with Winter somewhere on the ship, on the toboggan.
Oh my God, Balthasar, I didn't know you had such wonderful taste.
Oh, Winter, you flatter me too much.
Oh, that is a Hollywood marriage waiting to happen.
I love weddings.
Oh my goodness.
You're definitely invited, Senor Frio.
Nice.
You can carry all the drinks.
Oh, that's good. I was assuming I would be invited because I would serve a useful function.
Cool.
Frio, you said you know a little bit about this sled. My first sled that's got a key and turns on.
Yep. Let's just.
How do I get it? How do I make it move?
Okay. So the first thing we have to do is interface with the sled, which I'm going to do that. I would like to interface with the sled, using Jingle. What would you like me to do? What would you like me to roll for that?
Are you doing it by sheer force of your holiday cheer, or is it more of a intellectual, logic-based sort of thing?
I'm assuming that Frio runs only entirely off of holiday cheer.
Okay.
I'm also assuming that he's done this many times before.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll 3d6 then.
Okay, and mine's at a 2. So anything above a 2 is a success, correct?
Yep.
Okay. That is a 5. That is a 5. That is a 4. So 3 successes.
Excellent. So you do it, and you also discover that you have control over the radio, so you can play whatever songs you want along the way. And further, let me see what else you get. Some firecrackers shoot off the back, and it's really pretty and sparkly.
Oh, I love when it does that.
All right, so are you all gonna go on your way toward the area to explore?
Yep. I'm gonna use the interface to pull up like whatever the Google Maps magical Google Maps equivalent is.
Okay.
For Michael. All right, so Fate is ready to go. Just be sure not to take any of the turns too tightly. She doesn't like when you do that. There are extra fireworks in the back in case anyone does it. And Winter, I don't know what half of this means, but Fate wanted me to tell you, she says your eyeshadow is a little too much. And the wings of your makeup look like you want to cut a man in your 3rd divorce settlement. I don't know what any of that means. I'm assuming you would. At which point, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. This is the only song they have. This will be playing on a 10-hour loop.
I've had to suffer Michael Bublé for longer than that on shift. That's fine.
I have to imagine that as we take off, Senor Frio's voice just becomes like a turn left in 0.1 miles.
The fridge opens a little bit when he gives the directions.
Yeah, how does Senor Frio speak? Does his door open like a jaw? Or does he have a face?
No, he has no face. He just sometimes sound just emanates out, sometimes the door opens. There's no logic. It's all holiday whimsy.
Beautiful.
It is literally a red and green Corona themed fridge with 2 waddling feet and an elf hat stapled to the top. I don't know what else to do for you.
It's not the vibe.
Goodness.
It's not it.
So, as Melvin maneuvers the toboggan over the river and through the woods, the snow-covered land is quiet and peaceful. The trees around you are eerily quiet, even quieter than you were expecting. Snow muffles things, but not this much. When, after a while, Senior Frio's directions lead you to the center of a small settlement of about 3 buildings that appear to be storefronts with dwellings on the upper floor. However, you notice quickly that there are no tracks in the snow and there are huge drifts against the doors and the windows of the buildings. It appears abandoned, but that's kind of strange. You know that's kind of strange for this part of the woodland. At the far end of the town, there is what appears to be an opening of a cave or ruin. As the toboggan comes to a stop, what do you all do?
I jump out and immediately I am up to my eyeball in snow.
I'm hurling verbal abuse at the radio. Just like, oh my God, I get it. You're happy. You like the holidays. Would you give it a rest?
Holly, if you can break that thing, I'll give you $10.
Well, the radios are quite durable.
Can I try and hit it with my beak?
Yes. Let's see. What would this be? Is this cold and calculating, or is this? You almost have like anti-cheer.
Rage.
Yeah. Okay. Give me, and you're a retail worker. Roll 2d6. So I would say you're prepared for this as a retail worker.
I rolled a 2 and a 5.
All right. Well, the 2. Well, that's 2 successes and also a jingle bells. So you get to ask me. Woo! So you get to ask me a question.
In the silence of the radio that follows, do I notice any, like, are there no living creatures in this town?
There are living creatures, but you don't see them.
Okay, people are here, but it is suspiciously quiet. We should find the people.
Well, there's only one thing to do. Let's find them.
And then Senor Frio is going to jump off and totally misjudge how deep the snow is and then be buried in snow. And all you hear is a muffled. He's too short.
I pick him up and I don't know, fucking carry him.
Oh my God, can you carry me on your shoulder like a boombox?
Yes. I do that for a living. I know exactly how heavy it would be, and I know how I'd carry him.
Senor Frio does not say anything, but the happy waddling of his feet lets you know that he enjoys this. He likes
kick me in the jaw and I'm putting you back down.
I don't even think I have the range to reach your jaw.
It's just fucking she jostles him sideways so it's like thinner rather than tall so she can get her arm around it.
I find my way around the toboggan and you know, because she's got that beak and I'm able to meet up with Holly.
Where to, boss?
I guess we're knocking on doors.
All right.
So there's 3 buildings. I guess we're gonna go to the closest one and knock on that door.
All right. The closest one, you can tell from the outside of it, kind of looks like a trading post.
Mm-hmm.
And when you knock on the door, there's no response.
Maybe they're on strike.
Would you like to investigate the building?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, kind of a silly question right there.
Well, no, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing or how many.
That is not a silly question. As a DM, that is not a silly question. Because there are a lot of players that like sketchy room. Nah, fam, thanks, I'm good.
Yeah,
Factual.
fair. Are you looking?
I guess maybe like I'm gonna go from the, if I can't look through the door, like I'll go and try to look through a window. I get that there's like snow and ice that I've got to kind of whatever, but I'm gonna try to see what I can see through a window.
Okay.
Did Winter and I get off the ship as well? Are we with you guys?
I mean,
Do you want to be?
Yeah.
We can be.
That's up to you, homie.
I was thinking that Winter could be at the front door, and when we didn't get a response, she'd just kind of like nudge everyone, like, should we start singing? Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing anyway? Bringing cheer and shit, right?
You can. Singing's not part of my job description.
Bringing cheer and shit. I
I
think
do.
Balthazar might be like perked up on like the tip of his tail and like scanning the area, trying to not look for people, but look for like good gifts and stuff. Sorry, Michael. I know it's your role, but
No, it's okay. I was just gonna kind of like respond back to Winter and be like, listen, kid, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but when no one's looking, you don't bother with the bullshit.
All right.
What?
Why don't you give me a roll with all those people looking around? This is going to be a bells roll, so you're going to want to be under. But with all these people around, Michael, why don't you roll 3d6, and you want to roll a 3 or lower.
Just for theming, all of my jingles are a little bit more clanky. That is a 1 and 2 4s.
A 1 and 2 4s. Okay, so let's 1 success because you said under, right? Yeah. 1 success, and you're investigating the trading post. You see a notice board that has a couple messages posted on it. You can tell that the snow and the weather hasn't necessarily been kind to this message board, and you just kind of get pieces of it. It's kind of smudged. It says you can make out the words closed. There's another smudge. Full moon to the third full moon, another smudge. Older one. An older, forgotten what I've written. An older flyer says, wanted, clockwork expert for key infrastructure project. And yet another one has a smudge, and then it says, a hard time, couple smudges. You to rest all winter? We know how you feel, smudge. Asian, Dorma, smudge. Join our support group. Sincerely, Petunia, HHH.
All I see is a bunch of ads.
Perhaps I could be of service.
Can I use holiday magic to like manifest like a fax machine to repair this stuff?
Ooh, I like it.
Just
yes.
random.
I was built in the early 90s, back when people used to think fax machines would last forever. I realize you don't have any concept of what that is. That's okay. Most people who had fax machines didn't either.
Nice. Roll 2d6.
Amazing.
For me, and we'll do a jingle. So you got to get over 2 or higher.
Can I drop the fridge?
I have a 5 and a 6, so 2 successes.
Okay, wonderful.
Can
Then
I describe how I get these?
Yes.
I just kind of open up, the freezer door opens and just like clacks like a little like happy little mouth, and then I'm assuming my like Melvin just feeds them and he just just and then spits out a coherent piece of text.
Wonderful. And
Delicious.
that text reads, actually, does Senor Frio want to read what I put in chat? It's 3 notices.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay.
All right. So, notice 1, full moon to third full moon. Older one wanted, clockwork expert for infrastructure project. Nope, that's that. Okay, here. This trading post, sorry. Shockingly enough, fax machines.
You believe this machine has taken our jobs?
What are you,
yes,
Republican?
very much so.
This trading post is closed from the 11th full moon to the 3rd full moon of next year. This is the older one, hiring a clockwork expert for a key infrastructure project. 3rd one, and are you having a hard time coping with life passing you by while your body forces you to rest all winter? We know how you feel. Whether you experience hibernation, dormancy, or torpor, please join our support group. Sincerely, Petunia, HHH. There are tabs at the bottom with times and cafe. specified. What a lovely town.
To be fair, I do like the way that the fridge says torpor.
Oh, thank you.
It lights something up in me. It's very small and it's very deep down there, but it's in there.
That's nice. I'm happy
the
we could light
torpor,
something.
Who here hibernates?
Hmm?
Do any of you the fridge doesn't hibernate?
I don't hibernate.
Someone unplugged me once.
Yeah, you're plugged in now?
You work unplugged. What are you talking about,
It still
senor?
doesn't feel good though.
I feel
How
like
do
you have
get
like
unplugged without your consent?
You've got to have like solar batteries or something.
I do skunks hibernate?
I don't know.
They do if Bambi is to be believed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Northern American mammals probably have to hibernate. I don't know.
I can't believe that for fucking role play game I'm googling does skunks hibernate.
I actually don't know if my animal hibernates.
No, it doesn't matter because Melvin doesn't hibernate because he's got to like make a paycheck.
They don't hibernate. Late winter is mating season.
Whoa.
How about that?
Good for them.
Don't come near me.
Good for them.
Workplace harassment.
Are you talking to the fridge?
No, to Melvin.
No, to the
I'm gonna say
skunk.
that she is.
I'm very confused.
I don't want the fridge to come near me ever.
I mean,
That's fair.
in fairness, you'd see me coming and hear me coming a long time before I got there. I don't walk very fast.
Polly, I don't know what you think here. You know, this is saying that there's a cafe in here. People might be over there. But also check inside this building. We're already here. What do you think?
Winter, do you hibernate?
I choose not to.
Well, where would you go if you were hibernating? It's possible the residents of this town could be sleeping.
Maybe like under a rock.
There's a bunch of rocks over there that look pretty open. And Holly points at the ruins.
Might I point out that our goal here is not necessarily to pander to the people of this town, but to gain information for Nutculus himself. Just reminding you all of what we're doing, and perhaps find additional clearings in the meantime.
Didn't the notice say that there was a team here that has gone not missing, but hasn't reported back in a while? Finding the denizens does seem like they could provide potential insight into what happened to our previous team, no?
I'm just trying to keep you on track, senor.
Oh, I appreciate that. It's hard sometimes.
I'm aware.
All right, are you going to go inside the trading post building, or do you want to check out anything else?
Are the other two storefronts the same? Just closed? Can I?
Yeah, you can take a look at the other ones. One of them appears to be a workshop, and the other has a sign with a little mug on the front, so you assume that that's a cafe.
Okay, so here's probably where that clockwork thing was, and that one down there is the cafe for the hibernating group. It's pretty close by. We could, might as well pop in.
Yum, hot chocolates.
You had some before we left. Look, if I only get 50 minutes on my break, you're not taking hot chocolate breaks and sneaking in an extra 30 minutes.
But you guys you're all getting paid. I'm just getting here for community service. It's not fair. I should have as much hot chocolate as I can want.
You sound just like my ex-manager.
No, she makes a good argument.
I thought serving our community was the best thing that we could do.
Okay, you're a fridge, you don't have a community.
Yeah, I do. It's you guys. And St. Nicholas.
God help us all.
He tries.
Emily, do we know what moon we're in? Like, this is the 11th full moon to the 3rd full moon of the next year. Do we know what moon? Like, they could be hibernating in the trading post that we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the 12th full moon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the full winter period, isn't it? Like December to March kind of thing.
Perhaps checking out the other establishments might be a good first step.
I think that makes sense.
Let's follow the signs.
I concur.
Let's go to the cafe. If there's nobody there, and I look over at Winter, maybe there'll be cocoa.
I could go for a cup.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you're checking out the cafe. Are you again peering in the windows, or are you gonna go inside?
I'm going in.
Inside?
Yeah.
Senor Frio also is going to go in.
Okay. Great. Balthazar, could you roll, since you've got people helping you out, 3d6 for me? Well, maybe I should ask first. How are you investigating this place? What are you doing?
I would like to be like trying to kind of schmooze with the people and trying to learn like as much as I possibly can about not only like the notices, but just about the town in general. Because I feel like Balthazar is very much like he's a gift. He's trying to gather information for St. Nicholas to like get the best gifts for every single individual. So kind of like being diplomatic and just schmoozing.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I realize I forgot to mention that the cafe is also empty.
Oh.
But I think Balthazar's knowledge of like how people in general work help him to quickly understand the flow of things in this cafe. And so give me a jingle roll using 3d6 since you've got other people around there looking around as well.
Okay. I have a 3. I have a 2. And a 2.
Oh, that's double jingle bells for you, right? Your number's 2?
Yes, oh, it is.
3 successes and a double jingle bells. So you can ask me 2 questions.
Does it seem like people have been here recently?
There's about a month's worth of dust around.
Is there anything that seems out of place being that nobody's been here in a month?
You do notice there's kind of like a circle of chairs in an area kind of like next to the wall, and when you go up to that wall, you can kind of see that there's chalk on it with a message. And I will give you the text of what the message says here in a second. I'll copy and paste this into the chat just so that you have it all. There's a chalkboard. It says at the top of it, it says hibernators helping hibernators. Below that in big letters, it says problem. Too much happens in this village while we are having our winter sleep. It is unacceptable to miss out. Below that, it says possible solutions. Bullet 1, concentrated caffeine. That's crossed out, and it says it made the hedgehogs too hyperactive. Bullet number 2, it says constant noise. This was too stressful, especially for the skunks. The third bullet says extremely bright light. That one is also crossed out, and it says that the groundhogs are spooked by their shadows, and that baby Patty wouldn't stop crying. See constant noise. The last bullet is not crossed out, and it says build something to make everyone hibernate and close the village for the winter.
They fully imprison the rest of the village.
Opposed to forcing them to work without sleep.
I'm sorry, that was the cutest description of anything I've ever heard in my entire life. What in the 100-acre woods was that? That was adorable. Oh my god. That was precious as hell. Holy crap. I feel like my soul got a hug. That was beautiful.
Aw, make me blush.
Happens.
I'll relay all that information to the group, and just turn to everybody and say like, well, do we have thoughts on what we need to do next? I know that I do, but I would prefer to get the group's opinion if it behooves you all.
I'm behind the cafe line, and I've already made 2 cups of cocoa, and I give 1 to Winter and I give 1 to Holly.
I give you the side eye for sure because you didn't make me cocoa.
Balthazar, I have an iced chai latte in here.
I'm already
if you'd like
making more
one.
cocoa.
That sounds good. That sounds good, Senor. Okay, fine.
The fridge door pops open, and I don't know what, and I don't have hooves, but I agree with your sentiment, and I like the idea. I think we should find this machine.
I pass out 2 more cocos. I give 1 to Balthazar, and I just put 1 on top of Frio.
You made this for me?
Machine or not, you're working.
This is my first ever coffee break. What do you do on a coffee break?
You don't
Bitch
work.
about the people you work with.
But I like all of you. Do I
Is
just
there
talk
any-
about how much I like you? Can we do that during the coffee break? That sounds nice.
Sure.
What about, yeah, we can also bitch about our bosses.
Oh, I like my boss too.
Bucky is typical middle management micromanager. He doesn't even need the clipboard. He just thinks it makes people give him authority. He could have done this with us. He could have come out with us, but no, he sent us alone with no superiors, as per usual.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're dead right about this. Knuckles over here isn't sick. He's taking a break, and his extra work is coming on to us. No extra compensation, just extra work.
Yeah! I really like how stylish Winter is. And Balthazar's really cool. Am I doing this right?
Am I the only one that ships Senor Frio and Melvin as a
Oh my God.
No, you're not. You're not.
a super negative, super positive angle?
You're the grumpy sunshine trope.
Fucking love it.
Can you also be enemies to lovers, please?
That's my favorite trope.
All
That's
the
my
tropes.
absolute favorite. God, enemies to lovers gets me every time without fail. If there is a romance or anything, if it's enemies to lovers, I am there.
It's enemies to lovers cuffing season, and they just need someone to cuddle for physical contact therapy, and then they catch feelings.
I don't have arms. I don't know how good I'd be at that.
It's okay, Senor Frio. You can be the little spoon.
But I'm a fridge.
Aw, Senor Freezer, come here. She's gonna scoop him up to a big hug and just like shake him around.
Did you mispronounce his that? That's offensive.
Nope. This is the happiest I've been ever. Shush.
Do we feel that we should move to perhaps the next building? I think we've garnered information here.
I think my legs stopped working, so if Winter can carry me to the next building, that'd be great. Thank you.
Anything you want, Mr. Senior Freezer. Aw, she's gonna pat him on the top of his fridge head.
Before we do on the sort of like meta cognitive piece, Emily. So essentially, like we're the Santa's Workshop company kind of thing. Yeah, like our job is to basically do the making and delivering of gifts is what this company does. Yes.
Well, and more things: exploring clearings, watching children because that's not creepy at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
all that good
But
stuff.
But all the tasks. If Santa Claus was a company,
sure.
All of the tasks involved in that is what this company does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Who has been in all of this? Who's been the loudest? Who's been making the most noise during this coffee break?
I feel like it's got to be Senor Frio. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, when Winter picked him up, he must have clanked so hard.
His little feet start going so fast,
Yeah.
he nearly takes flight. He becomes like he's like a jetpack.
His freezer door just like rattling on the hinge.
Yes. Amazing. Amazing.
The air compressor thumps to the side.
Senior Frio, can you roll 1d6 for me and let me know what the result is?
Sure. Oh boy. If this is a 2, I'm gonna laugh my non-existent fridge butt off. It's a 2.
Oh, nice.
I have never rolled this well in my life. I'm out of my mind today.
That's incredible. All right. Well, that's good for you. What question would you like to ask
How
me?
are you doing, man? How are you
I'm
doing?
doing
I feel like
great.
I haven't seen you in like a couple months. It's been a minute.
I know.
Life's busy. How are you?
I'm great. I was prepping for this last night and I was getting so excited, and I feel like I haven't stopped smiling since we started.
You're doing a spectacular
I'm
job.
fantastic.
As somebody that has been like DMing games since I was 8, you're doing I'm having a blast. This is
Well, thank you.
so much fun.
Awesome. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
Same.
Yeah, this has been so much fun.
You guys make it easy. I was like not nervous. Or I was nervous, of course, but like I was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So okay. Then with that roll of a 2, nothing happens. You can move on to the next building if you want.
Is there anything else in this space to explore? Is there a back room, a staff room, a break room, a storage room?
You know that there's an upstairs. All of these buildings have a storefront on the main level, and then there's an upstairs that seems like, maybe that's where the owners of this cafe lived, the owners and operators.
I mean, we didn't come in expecting them to be open for business. It was pretty clearly closed. I figure should probably at least clear the space. Just communicate to that group and barge my way upstairs with the assumption that it's still vacant. Right? I'm not really trying to be gentle or polite. I'm assuming it's an empty building, but I'm just checking.
All right, so you're headed upstairs. Is anybody else going upstairs?
I'm headed outside.
Oh my god, are we breaking and entering now?
No, we already did.
Senor Frio is going to go wherever
inside,
winter carries him.
Let's go, Senor Frio. Let's go upstairs.
All right, so it's the three of us. Holly, are you with Balthazar going outside? Or are you coming upstairs with us? Are you chilling in the room? Are you do something else?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave it up to dice roll. Okay,
Well, nice
so
meet-
I'm going out with Balthazar. Like, fuck this. I ain't getting paid. This is not my job description. There is no one to be cheerful for, therefore, I leave.
All right, so we got Melvin, Winter, and Senior Frio going up the stairs. Meanwhile, Balthazar and Holly are headed out.
Yeah, and we're all, I assume, in communication, right? We're expecting to catch up with them.
All right. Are you going up the stairs quietly or just kind of casually?
Just completely normal, right? Like my assumption, just me, is that there's nobody in this building. So I'm not being sneaky or cautious.
Okay.
And I'm also not being flamboyant because like nobody's here to see my flamboyance.
Gotcha.
I'm just going up the stairs and going into whatever I see to be like, yep, nobody here, nobody here, nobody here. Check, check, check.
All right. Well, in that case, you go in the first room that you go into. You come face to face with a large old groundhog. He is moaning and groaning. You hear him say, "What is all this noise? Are these visitors? Sleep. It's too dark and cold to be out and about. There's nothing to be done now. Why are you awake? join the deep sleep of winter. He kind of looks in your direction because, you kind of woke him up, like sort of woke him up with all the noise that you're making. But he doesn't really appear to see you.
Okay.
What do you do?
I guess I want to kind of pull on my observational skills. Having seen sleepy, dreary, interrupted, hibernating people before, is this on mark with that, or is this in some way like that looks a little weird?
Why don't you roll 2d6? We'll do jingles. You want to get over.
Oh, nice. I got a 5 and a 6.
Oh, nice. I guess what you know about groundhogs, because he's an old groundhog, is that that groundhogs do hibernate, but it is kind of weird for him to like sort of be able to talk to you. So there's something like maybe a little bit weird.
So if somebody was hibernating, right, like unless I literally strung them up and started punching them, they would not be waking up halfway.
Sure, yeah. Or there's at least something weird about it, yeah.
All right. And Winter and Freeze are with me.
Yeah, what do you guys think about this?
Oh my god, how did he know my name?
I work with you.
No, the groundhog.
Did I miss that? Oh, because it's winter. Yep. You all laugh on me, and I will monologue my own embarrassments.
Petition to get "I will monologue my own embarrassments" as a Root t-shirt.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, please.
I need it.
I will monologue my own embarrassments is the thing that I desperately need in my life right now.
I guess I try to interact with him. Or no, I go to Frio and I go to Winter and I point out like, yo, it makes sense that he's hibernating. Like that's what he should be doing. Fuck work and all. But it's weird that he like woke up for a second. What do y'all think about that? Does this feel weird to you?
This feels very strange. He is far too groggy and far too how do I put this? Perturbed to be a normal groundhog. Something's clearly awry. I don't like it. I also don't want to join him in whatever slumber they're talking about. That's bad.
Winter, are you up to date on your first aids?
Yeah. I think I can do it. Why?
What are you doing, Annie, you okay on this? What is it on this groundhog?
Oh, okay. What is that?
Annie,
are you okay? Is you ask the CPR doll, stop singing, Kyle. If it's okay to make sure to ask if it's alert and responsive before you start performing CPR.
Oh. I had no idea.
It's also a great Michael Jackson song.
Yeah, that's where he got the song, the line from. Hearing people ask CPR dolls, Annie, are you okay?
And full disclosure, Megan, you can clip this when you get it. But I did a gymnastics routine to the Alien Ant Farm rendition of Annie, Are You Okay?
The best version of Smooth Criminal.
Oh yeah, I was doing backwards somersaults and feeling myself.
I was there for that. I can confirm it was spectacular.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh my
incredible.
God.
Like offline in your friend zone, I would love to respectfully, audience that.
Yeah, is there a VHS of that?
I think there probably is somewhere. I'm sure my mom has it somewhere.
Does she have my version of Weird Al's the eBay song?
I don't know. That might be too old.
Because I thought I did that the same year you did the Alien Art Farm. Our school had a strange gym program where we did gymnastics routine. Colin picked the cool song, and I did What I Bought on eBay by Weird Al Yankovic.
Great song.
It was a great song.
Bold choice. Weird Al. Nice. Winter, would you like to check on this groundhog?
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll up her sleeves and straddle the groundhog and give him a hard sternum rub.
Straddle the groundhog.
Yeah, why don't you roll? I feel like a recovering mean girl is not super prepared to do this. So why don't you roll 1d6?
Could I help by making an argument to the GM?
Sure.
I feel like a recovering mean girl is going to be kind of harsh on the nugget.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, why don't you roll 2d6 and do jingle bells, because you're also a carol or a jingle roll. So you want to go over. What did you do? 3 or higher?
So the first roll would be like a 6, and then the second roll would be a 5. Is that
nice? Yeah, that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
So you but he kind of just repeats the same thing, that Sleepy, what are you doing here? You should be sleeping. And you don't really get any more information from him, but being on this upper level of the cafe, you hear a low hum. You didn't really notice it before, but now that you're up a level, that Signor Frio isn't making a lot of noise, you start to notice that there is a hum coming kind of around you. Yeah.
Huh. Hey, you guys. Melvin, pass me Senor Fridge for Senor Frio. I hear something up here.
Do you need me to try to detect it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll do what I can.
He like kind of flops down onto the ground. I don't know what I need to roll for that, but just tell me, almighty GM, what am I rolling?
Sure, yeah. Why don't you roll, do a jingle? Well, this feels more sciencey, but it is Signor Frio's job, which he loves. So
You tell me, man. I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm in it.
okay, why don't you give me a bells roll? So you want to get under your number, but you can roll 3d6.
All right, let's do it. It's his job. You got one job. If you only had one chance.
Do not miss your chance.
To seize everything you ever wanted. Would you capture it?
To capture it.
Would you let it fridge? That's a 5. That's a failure.
Okay.
That's a 3.
Oh, so close. One more.
Jingle bell, rock. No, it's a 4. It's all failure.
Oh, failures.
Those are definitely nice vibration. Very soothing.
Yes. And
you
Signor
say
Frio,
that you're picking up good vibrations.
They are not giving him the excitations because, Signor Frio, you start to feel sleepy. Can you roll 1d6 one more time?
Yeah, that sounds nice. I got a 6.
A 6?
Mm-hmm.
You fall asleep.
And it's just, he just breathes and he goes, and it's the sound of a radiator. It's just
His solar power battery is finally dead.
Yeah, there's a little, you guys didn't even notice there's a little glass service panel and it just says, please charge. I will be right back while Senior Frio is.
And the groundhog also lumbers back into the room. Okay, so we have Senor Frio has fallen asleep. Winter and Melvin are with him on the upper floor of the cafe. What are Balthazar and Holidays doing?
I think Balthazar is outside again, trying to like survey the area and just see if there's any signs of life like anywhere in this town other than what we've seen so far.
Holly is not really helping, just very bored, waiting for the others to come down. So if Balthazar asked her to do something, she'd do it, but she's not like taking any initiative here.
I think Balthazar is gonna turn to Holly and just say, Holly. Sup? You are so unprofessional. It would behoove us to find gifts in the area that could bring your particular portion of this mission some cheer. As I understand it, that is our ultimate goal. Perhaps we could find someone to talk to. I feel that the two of us may be the best fit to chat with inhabitants should we be able to. Do you agree?
Fine, let me get my gear. And she goes into the back of the toboggan. And like she has a little to-go bag of cheer. There's some small pre-wrapped presents, there's some chocolates, like little small ones that you get from the selection box.
There's Christmas cards that sing when you open them.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
Isn't. No, there isn't. There is not. She got rid of those. There is like a little rack of emergency tinsel. Just all sorts of vaguely festive stuff that could like brighten up a room. And he just shoulders the backpack and is like, I'm not putting on the costume.
I think Balthazar seeing you like have this to-go bag of cheer, he's just like, actually, perhaps it would be a better fit if you were to look for folks and I were to assist you. Seems you know better than I.
I just get told to bring this shit, but sure. Can I use my owl senses to like, can I fly around and kind of try and spot from above? I want to focus on those ruins, see if anything's in there because the town looks dead.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you give me roll roll 3d6 and do a jingle roll because you pulled out your jingle Christmas spirit and everything, Hibernalia spirit and everything. So you want to get over your number.
2 6s and a 3, which are all successes.
Yeah, wonderful. And you said you're mostly you're kind of focusing on the ruins or like the cave looking thing?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. You do notice that on the upper, like in the course of your flying around, the upper floors of the dwellings or of the buildings are all dwellings, and you notice that the windows are all fogged up as if they are occupied. So you notice that, and then when you go over to the ruins in the cave, you with your owl senses realize that this is likely an entrance to the underground duchy. And you know that St. Nicholas has actually been trying to reach the underground duchy for a long time. And so you know that this is, potentially a new clearing or relates to a new clearing that St. Nicholas could send a more specialized team to explore. And if you tell him about it, you know that you may even be appointed the lead cheer ambassador of that team to go and explore it. Do you tell this to Balthazar?
Absolutely. I'm flying down there like I actually did shit. And it worked. I'm so happy.
Holly, that is absolutely perfect. I happen to be fossorial myself, which means that I can burrow as a golden snake. Perhaps we could reach the duchy that way.
What about the people, though? Aren't we supposed to be giving cheer to them as well?
That's your job. My job is to find the gifts. The more I know, the more that I can provide.
That's a good point. Okay. I think it's weird. The whole town seems to be hibernating. And
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but the last time, like, the whole town, there's not one person here who doesn't hibernate to, like, keep watch at winter time, or, like, you know, take stock for spring sales.
It does seem strange. Emily, do we know how long it's been since we've been outside? Like, does it seem strange that they haven't come out by this point yet?
Yeah. Oh, like the others exploring the cafe?
Yeah. Like Frio and Winter and them.
I wouldn't say it's been very long, but we could again shift back over to the rest of the group to know what you all want to do. So yeah, let's do that. Or yeah.
I'll just turn to Holly.
I feel like this scene is still happening. It's just sort of a check.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Unless I'm wrong, it's just how I'm reading the story right now.
Mm-hmm. Balthazar, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm just gonna turn to Holly and say, perhaps we should involve the others, and we could utilize all of the experience that we have within the party. I understand that I may be a bit older than the rest of the group, but utilizing everybody's capabilities may be in our best interest, especially with the information that you now have. We now have.
All right, so let's go back to the other three, Melvin, Winter, and Senor Frio, who is asleep. What are you all doing?
Did that bridge just fall asleep?
I'm sleeping.
Oh, and Senor Frio, you may roleplay your sleep talk as much as you would like.
I mean, I point at like the LED on his top. Yeah, he fell asleep. This is who's replacing our jobs, by the way. I give him a kick. I don't knock him over, but I give him a kick, right? Like kind of like you might with like a 1990s game system, to see if that rustles him or not.
I imagine there's some sort of automated fridge defense system that just like kicks it. It's like, I don't know.
So I get kicked back.
Yeah. Yeah. Melvin gets smacked in the face with the fridge door.
The fridge door.
All right. As the three of you are kind of standing there, suddenly all the other doors on this floor open, and several, in addition to the old groundhog that you saw earlier, there are three more that come out. One of them looks like maybe they're the mom of this family, the other one's a dad, and then there's a little toddler groundhog that all come out of these doors and start kind of moving toward you, real sleepwalking like, but they're really blocking your way from exploring anymore on this floor, and they're kind of ushering you back downstairs. Senor
Okay.
Frio is still asleep, but I mean, it's not necessarily a permanent condition.
Melvin, you should probably grab Senor Frio, and I think we should probably go downstairs. This is kind of getting kind of
Yes.
weird. This is really weird.
Yeah. So are they pushing him downstairs, or are they
They're
freaking us out and we're going? Like what's happening?
they're kind of slowly walking toward you, and you're gonna, when they get up to you, if you don't move, they're gonna just keep bumping into you.
Yeah. So
Oh my god, personal space.
Sleep.
yeah, Winter, have you ever seen a family sleepwalk together?
No, this is
Fucking weird, right?
Ugh, personal space, get back. Oh my god.
Give me a hand with the appliance, and I kind of like throw his top freezer part open and start dragging him back downstairs.
And I'm following behind them.
But not helping.
Right.
But not helping.
Not helping.
So he's right. So like as
Almost
we're
late.
going, he's going thunkety 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 thunk.
Ah,
Right.
yes. If you're you're thunking Senor Frio down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm getting no help, and I'm not throwing my back out. I've seen what they've done with their healthcare policy at this company.
About halfway down the stairs, Senor Frio wakes up.
I didn't even think I needed to go into sleep mode. It's been a while. Why are there dents in my side?
Thunkety 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 thunk. We finished the stairs.
Melvin, but I mean, okay, I guess.
Oh, I'd carry you, Senor Frio.
Oh, thanks.
Frio, something's wrong in here. We gotta go. Your legs okay?
I mean, you bent part of my chassis into the leg rut, so I'm a little slower. It's cheap sheet metal though, so if you bend it back, I should be okay.
I give it an elbow pop.
Thanks. If I had bones, I imagine that's what a chiropractor would feel like. Winter's with us, right? We're all together. Everybody's okay.
Yeah. Let's out of this weird family sleepwalking event.
Are they all right? They don't seem normal.
Yeah.
They seem kind of rude.
That's putting it mildly.
Frio, is there anything in your programming that says sleepwalking together as a family event is a normal thing?
I've heard of a thing called Twister.
Yeah, that's not what they're doing. It's time for us to go.
Okay. If one of you wants to carry me, I could maybe check databases.
Buddy, I clumsily hoist him onto my back. Right?
Thanks, Fred.
Right, like his freezer again is like I've got whatever.
Hey, Winter.
Yeah.
Not that I want to advocate for attacking or assaulting sleeping people, but like the fridge door pops open. We got plenty of extra cans of drink that we could probably just hurl at them.
Oh my god, what a good idea. She's gonna take a couple and hold them.
Thanks.
One in each hand.
Are we outpacing them?
Yes, yeah, you easily outwalk them because they're stumbling little sleepwalkers.
Yeah. Okay, Winter, plan B, outside now.
Okay, let's go.
And I just barge through and go deep into snow. His ajar door gets filled with snow. I'm hoping Winter's following.
Yes, right behind.
I feel like as soon as you guys come out the door, you've definitely run into us because we're about to go back in to get you guys to give you the information. So I'm opening the door as you're pushing outside.
So I don't see any of that happen. I just trip over you as a snake as though you were like a triplet.
Yes.
And Frio goes flying forward. And
All right.
Melvin, would you like to explain what's going on?
It's something fucking weird is happening in there. Let's get away from this building and talk.
Okay.
Fridge. What's he doing?
I'm rolling through my database. I'm gonna see if I can find anything to help us out.
Okay.
Whatever role you tell me, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Roll 2d6 for Jingle.
You're amazing. Thank you.
I have to get minor over, correct?
Over, yeah.
All right, that is a 4, which is a success.
Nice.
And that is a 3, which is a success.
Nice. So let's see, 2 successes. Your database pings on a really, really obscure part of the database that honestly really shouldn't be in there. And if Bucky found out about it, you'd probably be in a lot of trouble. But it's like a Saint Nutcless equivalent to the dark web, and there's some plans on there.
Yes, the silk stocking.
Yes, the silk stocking. There's some like a weird forum post of somebody asking for some about clockwork technologies that could create sleep vibrations, and it's just a whole weird thing. And somebody replied to it with a schematic that kind of looks like a conical tower. Do you share this information with the group?
Yes. Hey, guys, someone is building what basically amounts to a giant mind control tower, but for sleep here.
That would explain why when I flew over the town, literally everyone was asleep.
And in fact, Holly, you recognize the schematic as the tower that's on the top of the cafe.
We knew what that was. We knew what that was. Look.
A roof.
What's in the roof?
Oh.
You've got no idea what I'm on about, do you?
Is that where the cone's at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As a sidebar, rather important sidebar. We have a giant sled full of weapons. So, like, if we don't want the building to be there, it doesn't have to be.
Holly unzips the side compartments of her cheer backpack, and there are bauble grenades in there.
Oh my gosh.
Should we head to the fete?
Is this a dyadic conversation or is this a group thing?
Group thing.
Okay. Melvin's just eating popcorn.
Where did you find the popcorn?
Do you want some? I have extras.
Of course it was you.
Refrigerated popcorn, my favorite.
Winter.
Yeah.
You know how to tear things down really easily, right? Normally people, but...
Oh, like stuff? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Like, you've destroyed property for no reason at all.
Did you talk to my probation officer or something?
Yes, we all had to have a briefing before you worked with us for health and safety.
Your dossier is also a matter of public record here in the company.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Ugh.
Honestly, it's a vibe. Like, I wouldn't have picked that moment. But I've wanted to do way worse. But do you think you could take that clock tower down?
If you could get me up there, then hell yeah, let's do it.
we're gonna need to get in there from the inside. That's gonna be difficult. I feel like they might be guarding it.
Could we airdrop her in on the Fate?
Either airdrop her or if Holly and Winter want to go in subterfuge and perhaps the three of us create a sort of distraction, that could also be effective.
That'd be good. I get to hang out with Balthazar. Yay.
Yes, senor, I suppose.
This is the best day of my life. You're so cool.
Okay, I actually feel cheerful. Let's do this.
As you're having this conversation, you see 5 skunks and an Arctic hare come out of the workshop doing that similar kind of slow walk toward you. And you also hear some noises coming out of the trading post as well, in addition to the groundhogs that are working their way through the cafe.
Do we see them clearly, or are they all coming toward us like 8 inches beneath the snow line?
I'd say the snow's not quite that deep, or they are light enough or have big enough paws that they're not sinking in as badly as a fridge might.
Balthazar and I have never seen these before. Oh my god, they're zombies.
What in the actual fuck?
Are they sleepwalking zombies?
I don't know. Let's get to the
groundhogs
quickly. Or if you and Winter are going, go now. This does not seem good.
Am I strong enough to pick Winter up?
I'm so little.
Winter, what are you?
I'm an owl.
A Padu.
She's like a baby deer, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The small deer.
So Holly, as an owl, you might be somebody that hunts other animals that are similar sizes.
Might as well do a roll for it.
Just to see, because I'm wearing the backpack as well.
Yeah. You'd have to take your backpack off, so you probably wouldn't be able to use your jingle grenades or whatever.
No.
But roll 1d6 and do a bells roll, because you have to do calculations of balancing the weight and all that stuff. So you have to roll a 1 or a 2.
That's a 4.
Yep. It just doesn't work for you. Just doesn't work for you. And
yeah, we're gonna have to take the sled.
Yeah.
Okay, get in the sled. Get the sled.
Can I try to usher everybody in that direction?
Mm-hmm.
Is Senor Frio? Are you like, you're not in the snow currently?
Right. I realized I was muted. I thought somebody was carrying me, but if not, I think it'd be really funny if he just flops and then slowly starts to like sled towards the sled himself.
Oh yeah.
He just goes funk. just kind of goes.
It makes me think of BMO.
Can we say that Melvin was carrying you up above, but tripped and you belly flopped forward on top of the snow?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just kind of slowly go down. And the whole time he's like,
Can we say that I jump on your back as you're sliding down?
Absolutely.
Snowboard down you.
Yeah. Are we doing a Legolas like Helm's Deep? Are we Helm's Deeping this? Because if the answer, yeah, of course.
Nothing like a snake and a sentient refrigerator moving down a slope.
That's been our lives basically since we were born. So
perfect. So is everybody going to the toboggan? Excellent. Who's going to be driving it this time?
I think Melvin, with his callous disregard of rules and authority, should still drive.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Melvin, or somebody with hands. Actually, Winter, you're really small.
Yeah, what's up?
Winter, Can you do me a huge favor? There should be a security hatch in the center of the thing. I need you to pry the hatch open.
Pry the hatch open?
Yeah, you got to get inside because you're tiny, and then pop it open.
In here?
Yeah.
In this little space?
Yes, that one. The very thing.
Okay. Just gonna hop in. Now what?
I need you to leave the space, please.
What?
Yeah, just climb out because I don't want to crush you.
Okay.
Because you're really tiny and you're a really nice person, and I don't want to crush anybody.
Okay. Whatever you say, Senor Frio.
Thanks.
I'm gonna drop in, and then I'm gonna attempt to interface with the thing to access all the weapon systems.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Roll 2d6. Let's say jingle over.
Let's do it. That's a 6. That's over. That's a 4. That's over, baby.
Excellent. Yes, you do it. You get immediate control of all of the weapons, and you know which control goes to which weapon and how to use them.
Perfect. There's a voice that says, Senor Frio, now, Mr. Caliente. And then like all of a sudden, like just the bridge just starts vibrating. You can hear Senor Frio's voice, like I guess echoing through the sled. Hi guys, I have access to all of the weapon systems. And I do mean all of the weapon systems. We are at your command.
I turn the key and start the toboggan.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sort of like
All
a
right.
petrified lake.
Yep. It takes off. There you go.
So are we trying to crash into this thing, fly over it? What?
Let's
Fuck are we about to do?
slay.
This entire one shot built up to that moment.
Just picture Winter shifting some like piece of like clothing she has to make like an eye patch, like Mad Max style. She's like straddling a Gatling gun.
So good.
Bow now.
So the clock tower is our target.
I believe so, based on
Frio,
all the information.
where do you need to be? I don't know what the weapons are. Like snowballs? What are we doing?
Yeah, snowballs. We have access to 250 caliber fully automatic miniguns. We have access to the missile Toad, which is a heat-seeking frog-shaped missile. The instructions just say riveting and then some things in what I'm assuming is pre-fall of Yugoslavia Czech. I'm not entirely positive what half of that means. We then have, let's see what else. Serrated blades, Rudolph's red-nosed laser. That's a fun one. Smart bombs. It's just a bomb with Sharpie glasses drawn crudely onto the side. One of them has a Harry Potter scar, not relevant to our work today. A forward-mounted flamethrower. And then there is a pack of Mentos in the glove compartment and a half-drank bottle of Coke.
Damn, that's really well armed.
Listen, all of you collectively have done is complain about unchecked capitalism. Did you really think that we wouldn't have unchecked capitalism without the means to uphold it?
Oh my god, he's a capitalist minion.
I mean, I'm not. Listen, I just like to be on the other side of the minigun.
Feliz Navidad. I'm just assuming the montage is that while we just lays the crap out of this.
Yeah,
you know
so
what,
with
the other side of the minigun is something that I can respect. Hey, Winter. Welcome to the working world.
At least.
Which gun do we use?
Oh my god, this is the best day of my life.
Is that all of them then?
Let's do all of them. I want to try them all out.
Frio, do whatever it is that she says.
Winter, would you like a song change, or are we just still bumping Feliz Navidad?
Let's bump Feliz Navidad until we blow this shit down.
We're going to Napalm, a small village.
There's really nothing more capitalist than that. At least.
Let's bump Feliz Navidad until we blow this shit down.
So, what are you aiming for here? Are you trying to hit?
I think what we're doing is just.
What are we
there.
aiming for? Yes.
Listen to Feliz Navidad. No guns. Like we're just waiting and just the
What
music
are we
playing.
aiming for? Yeah.
Well, what do you want for Christmas? War crimes.
Yes, apparently. Yes,
Listen.
that's the tagline.
I think Balthazar is just freaking out because we're supposed to be like gathering intel on this place, and everyone's just like, Feliz Navidad, firing shit.
These mind-controlled, innocent Denzians are just getting wiped.
I mean, we don't have to shoot at the civilians.
Why don't we drive the sleigh through the clock?
Why don't we just why don't we drive past it and have you fall off of it and go like intel with the people there?
Sure, we can do that.
The clock tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the clock tower is on top of the cafe.
Oh, no, totally missed that part. Okay.
So that's my worry, is that we're potentially injuring like innocent denizens that are just there. We're just gonna you're just gonna blow the shit up.
I mean, we could evacuate them first, and then Feliz Navidad.
I mean, here's a question: like, are they perhaps because the people in the cafe already woke up and family sleepwalked us out? Are they out in the middle of like from where we sit? Can we see if like that family at least is out?
Yeah, at this point you see all 4 of the groundhogs. I believe I mentioned 5 skunks and Arctic hare as well. They are all outside, kind of congregating in the square. And if you look more closely at the skunks in particular, you see that they have a similar like miniature conical I don't know, like a miniature version of what's on the tower on top of the cafe. They each have one, and they're starting to hold them up and aim them at the toboggan.
So these are in their hands.
Yes.
Well, they got hand pistols. Okay, right. Who's manning the minigun? Shoot it at the clock tower.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, this shit.
Stop it.
Let's do it. Winter's gonna get behind
whatever's happening with the minigun, I've already re-steered the toboggan and I am charging toward it. So if you don't pull the trigger, we're gonna crash into it anyway.
Okay, really? I will grab the minigun and just be like, "This is for every Christmas you made me work."
Yes.
Can I make rolls using my jingles as if it were bells for guns? Since I'm interfaced.
Sure.
How many rolls do I get as a minigun?
I mean, you are prepared and an expert at what you do.
Yeah.
I'm literally a minigun.
Go ahead and roll 3d6. Let's see how much damage you do.
That's a pass. They're all success. It's just 3 success. Bow now.
Wonderful. Yes, between all of you, I'm sure the toboggan goes several laps between all of you. The tower is completely decimated. It crumbles to the ground, and immediately the background hum that a few of you could pick up on ceases. The noise and the explosions and the lights and everything like that actually caused some of the denizens to wake up. So the skunks and the groundhogs are still kind of sleepwalking around, but the hare, she wakes up and looks around, and looks at you guys and the destruction that you've just wrought, and she looks around, kind of blinking, sees the clock tower, and immediately bursts into tears. You can tell that she, whether she knew it or not, is responsible for the mess of this town.
This poor rabbit.
This poor rabbit brainwashed like half of a town and forced them into a preternatural slumber. You'll have to forgive me if I don't feel bad necessarily.
I think Balthazar will walk right up to her and put his, maybe he'll grab some, since we're well armed, grab some arms from the ship, and then grabs her hands with those fake arms, and then it's like, what is it that you would like for Christmas?
Maybe a new gear set.
Really? We just blew up your clock tower. You just want a gear set?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so tired, but I'm awake now. I'm so confused. I want to know what's going on.
Ah, okay. What's your name?
My name is Snowdrop.
A beautiful name.
Thank you.
How long have you been here?
I've been here about 2 moons. I'm pretty new in town. I came here because I heard they wanted a clockwork expert.
Ah, like the posting. How long have you been asleep? Do you know?
I don't know. The last thing I remember is I was working in my workshop, and I think I was writing, and then I just fell asleep.
Did it have anything to do with the clock tower that we just blew up?
Yeah,
Allegedly.
There was gonna be a celebration, and Patricia was gonna turn it on for the first time, and I was so excited because I thought it would bring so much cheer to everybody.
Who is Patricia and what is HHH?
Oh, Patricia's a groundhog. I'm not really sure what HHH is, but I think it might be hibernators helping hibernators.
I love this shit so much. I was sitting here going, I swear to God, if it's hibernators helping hibernators, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my shit. And sure of fucking enough, it's hibernators helping hibernators. God damn it.
Do we hear this?
I assume that folks are around.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be like, quiet or anything. I'm just gonna say like, thank you, Snowdrop, and I'll take a step back.
Can I yell, Patricia?
One of the groundhogs, the mom groundhog, kind of starts lumbering over to you. She's still really sleepy. The light like kind of woke her up even more so than the grandpa groundhog was, but she's like, "Yes, I'm Patricia."
I'm gonna tie her hands behind her back with some tinsel.
What's happening? You should be sleeping.
You should be in jail. This is incredibly ableist of you.
Okay. She's like really out of it and doesn't really get what's going on.
That's a confession. That counts as a confession.
I'm helping Holly, and I'm taking notes as to everything that Patricia is saying. I'm creating a record of Holly's interrogation.
Oh, amazing.
Senor Frio is going to try to run damage control and just kind of hop around to pass out drinks, caffeinated drinks to get everybody woken up while everyone's doing this.
Are these cool, refreshing beverages?
Yes.
In 7 feet of snow?
Yes. They're full of caffeine. What do you want from me, you bourgeois scum?
The man's a walking Coors Light advert.
All I can hear is always Miller time. As like the smoldering ruin of this coffee shop just collapses into the
Eat your boss, have terrible beer.
Senior Frio, while you're going around handing out these drinks, there are also three hedgehogs and 2 lynx and a fox and a beaver that come out of the workshop. I think was the last one. Was it the workshop or the trading? No, the trading post. The trading post, the last one. So now everybody's out there all together. They're all waking up with the help of caffeinated beverages. The lynx, the 2 lynx in particular, come up to you as they're sort of waking up. And they're really doing their best to stand tall and seem authoritative. One with taller ear tufts speaks first. And he says to the whole group, "Thank you for saving us. It seems there was some sort of plot going on right under my nose." And the other chimes in, "Yes, it's hard to believe that us co-mayors missed this. Since it looks like you only destroyed the tower and not too much else, you and your crew are always welcome here."
Thank you.
I pull out some like star-shaped confetti and just like Christmas cheer for all.
Woohoo!
Saint Nicholas is watching over you.
There's 3 little skunk children. They in particular cheer a lot at this when they see the tinsel. They're like, "Yay! Thank you so much."
Okay, the little children like each get a little present from my backpack. And it's like a very small toy car, like the door's open, but it's like one of those ones you pull it back and then it shoots off. And there's like a little like one of those puzzle toys, like the wooden ones, you've got to slot it together in the right order. And the third one is this adorable little figurine that when you press a button, it comes to life and does a little dance. Like kind of like a music box ballerina, but it does more than just twirl on a pedestal.
They all 3 of them show off their gifts to one another and be like, "Oh, we could work on this. Oh, I could combine this with this thing from our workshop, and we can make it this whole new thing," and all of these things. And
they have just allowed some future mad scientists to roam free.
Yes.
As Holly's doing this, can I be like swinging my incense back and forth between the children and like thinking this is the actual gift that they're enjoying and being
totally
perfect research. Yes. The incense is working.
While you're doing that, the little groundhog baby like toddles over and like trips on your tail on accident, gets a face full of snow and like kind of starts crying, but then sees the incense swimming back and forth and is immediately fascinated.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So in the midst of all of this, you see sort of like my skunk tail coming from the cafe from under the snow. And I am dragging a big bag of cups and a giant vat of heated cocoa.
Aww.
And that is then going to be distributed to the party and the community.
That's lovely. Wonderful.
Melvin, when you go over to give Senor Frio one, you realize that he has had the mug of cocoa you guys gave him from the beginning still balanced on part of him.
That's okay.
Despite being tumbled downstairs and tripped over the place, know what?
It's empty.
It's magnetic.
But it's still on there.
It's still full. That's the power of holiday cheer.
Ah, yes.
And he just kind of looks. He goes, "That's okay. You guys already got me one, and I kind of like the one you gave me."
It's
Nice.
sprouted marshmallows since we last looked at it.
And sprinkles.
Where'd you
Winter,
get the
what?
sprinkles?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we also found the Underduchy, didn't we, Balthazar? We can tell St. Nicholas about that.
I think we have many things to tell. This has been a most blessed journey, surprisingly, considering the company.
I think what Balthazar is really saying is Merry Christmas, everybody. And maybe the real things we learned were the friends we made along the way.
Indeed.
I think what Balthazar is saying is that bootlickers' best jobs are at boot factories.
Winter, what are you doing in all this wholesome Hallmark Channel movie? And
Winter's gonna pull out some maracas that she's been carrying with her the entire time. All right, bitches, let's sing. And she's gonna start dancing and singing with the maracas. Cha cha cha.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh my God.
You get like a little sort of a dad dance from Holly.
Yes, and with that, the snow starts falling again on the town, and everybody is happy. I assume you are taking Patricia back with you in order that she can learn the error of her ways. And
she's gonna be Winter's apprentice in community service, so she's not taken away from her kids.
Yes, absolutely.
Winter starts. Patricia makes this gadget. She becomes like our bootleg Q.
Yes, and you all are commended very much by St. Nicholas for rescuing this town and even for discovering a potential new avenue to spread holiday cheer to the duchy. Thanks for joining us today on our episode of Rootless Jingle Bells. We hope you all had a lovely holiday season, and we wish you all the best in the new year. Thanks for listening and for sticking with us throughout these past couple of months. We are really hoping in the new year to be back with more regular episodes for you all. We'll see you out there in the woodland.